I am the chairman of the National Goodwill Committee of ACBL. I was on the Greater New York Bridge Association Board of Directors, and I get this call that I had been elected the Goodwill chairman. And the man said, well, it was Frank Stewart, I think. We had this wonderful conversation, and he was telling me things, and then he said, you know, it's amazing to me they chose a New Yorker. You people are so rude. Now, I said to him, I thought we were having a wonderful conversation, which we were. And so when we hung up, I immediately called him back. And I said to him, I know what my job is. There is going to be less rudeness in the bridge world. So when I went to my first tournament afterwards, I asked everybody, what do you think the Goodwill Committee should be doing? And then I asked the clubs, I asked the club owner, what should the Goodwill Committee do? And why is there so much rudeness? That was the question I was asking people. Everybody blamed it on somebody else. There was one lady, Bernice Lawson, an older woman, who came to me and said, Aileen, try to make the Goodwill Committee something more than wine and cheese, because that's what would happen. They would meet together, the people from all over the country, and have a little social hour together. But they wouldn't exchange any ideas or anything, or learn anything new, or help each other out, because it was just a social thank you for all the work that they did. But I decided that we should try to do something better. And I have to tell you that all of the things that we've done have not been my ideas. They've been ideas that people have been kind enough to bring to me. My husband, who is not a bridge player, who thinks I'm crazy, said that, why do you go there? Well, I'll tell you why I go there. Because the people are so warm and welcoming. Everybody is when they walk into my meeting, I say, thank God you're alive and I'm alive. I mean, it's just to be with people who have the same passions you have and understand where you're at, I think is what makes the game a social experience. That's what I think. To me, the Goodwill Committee's mission is to help new players that come into this game to realize that they are part of a family, that people want them to do well, want them to enjoy it. And the idea is to share different ideas of what works well in the different clubs. The whole idea was to make it a friendlier and more welcoming organization. So when Steve Robinson came to the Goodwill Committee in Houston and made the announcement that I was going to be the recipient of the Easley Blackwood Award, I was beyond overwhelmed. I just couldn't believe that, because I'm doing something I love, that I should be so rewarded for something that for me was a thing that I was happy every day to get up for. But then in Washington, D.C., when we had the banquet, and all of my grandchildren came from all over the country, and my siblings and my children, and my husband, who never goes anywhere anymore, it was the highlight of my bridge life. It was one of the highlights of my life.